Welcome to Biz Alchemy, a podcast about creating a new business paradigm by women, for women. I'm your alchemical host, Jacquelyn, and I'm going to take you on an extraordinary adventure to create a business filled with ease, fun, spaciousness, and abundance. Hustle, be gone. Let's birth a new way. Welcome back. Here we are. We made it through the solar eclipse. I feel a relief. It got a bit shaky there for a while on the weekend as I was experiencing those energies, but now things have started to flow. It was such an amazing experience here. The new moon solar eclipse was in the evening, Saturday evening, my time, and right at that time, there was a massive electrical storm over Byron Bay where I live. Like the timing was just perfect. A lot of places did lose their power. I was fortunate I didn't. But it was wild winds and really soaking rain and really eerie feeling. And it was right at the time of the eclipse. Not that we would have seen the eclipse anyway, but the timing was just phenomenal. And then afterwards, the sky went this amazing scarlet color, beautiful color, just as the setting sun was happening. And the whole experience was quite surreal. And as often happens after the storm, the air was cleansed and you emerge on the other side feeling as though something has shifted. And really, this is what eclipse season is all about. I'm sure I've mentioned on one of my previous episodes recently about this astrologer I used to follow who always called the eclipse season the sideways elevator, where you got in at the beginning before the first eclipse, and then after the second eclipse or third, if there are three in a row, but this time there's two. After that second one, the doors open and the landscape is completely different. So having this storm and then sort of bringing us through the eclipse season and then the elevator doors opening, and it did feel a bit like, oh my gosh, what is going to be out there after that storm? And personally, in the couple of days since, it's been really interesting to observe that things that were really stuck have started to move. My landscape certainly looks very different than it did 2 or 3 weeks ago. For myself, for my own personal journey, for my business journey, there's a lot of new information come in. But I've also noticed in the last day or two, even though things are beginning to flow again, but there are also still just a couple of little things that are just causing a bit of angst, just tugging away that I haven't quite released. And I've had a morning of that. It's been a really interesting morning before I recorded this, because some things were just like, oh my gosh, that's flowing after weeks and weeks, that's finally flowing. And then suddenly it was like, there was this little sort of snag that's like, oh no, that thing's not though. That's holding me back. That's frustrating me. So it doesn't feel quite smooth sailing yet. It still feels like, even though we're in the new moon energy, the solar eclipse was connected with the South Node, and that's sort of bringing up karmic stuff. And I do feel like I'm still got those little bits of karmic stuff that are just hanging in there, wanting to be released. So if you're feeling a little bit like this too, I do hope you're joining me for my retreat on Wednesday. Because even though in the retreat, we're going to be focusing on the new energies and activating the new energies and preparing you and your business for 2022, as part of that, there will probably still be just a little bit of releasing. There won't be a big focus on releasing because we've done the releasing. We are in the planting seeds, the activation phase now. So I'm looking forward to that, and I do hope you are joining me. And you don't have to be live. You get a replay if you can't be live. Go to my homepage, jacquelynatkins.com, and you'll see the registration on the homepage. It'd be lovely to have you there and go through this activating experience with you. But anyway, on to today's topic. The number one reason you block receiving. Now, this is a part of the transformation that I feel like I have gone through over this eclipse season. The clarity around this has come through very strongly for me. I alluded to this a little bit in last week's episode 53, Prepare Your Biz for 2022. But over this weekend and going through this eclipse energy, it just became clearer and clearer for me what the number one reason is that I personally block receiving. And my sense is that it is the number one reason for most of us. I've been receiving such strong messages about this and about how my future path, in my own soul mission, is very much linked in with this, and how I will be incorporating it more into my business. Now, if you've listened to a lot of my podcast episodes and you've heard me talking about receiving before, and when I talked about the chakras, you would have heard me talk about receiving in relation to the heart chakra. And this has been my main focus because one of the aspects I see in the heart chakra clairvoyantly is the aspect of giving and receiving, the yin and the yang of the heart chakra, or the yang is the giving, the yin is the receiving. And this beautiful harmony that it's vital to create within the heart chakra to ensure a continuous flow of energy through the heart chakra. So when I've talked about receiving in the past, or if clients have said that they're feeling blocks to receiving, it's very often the heart chakra that I've focused my attention. But what I've realized is the reason this was the focus of attention is because in actual fact, our most profound place of receiving has been blocked in humanity, really, for such a very long time that energetically it feels like the heart is the place. It's almost like the energy to receive has come in through the heart as a backup channel, if you like, rather than through the true channel. Not saying receiving in the heart isn't important, but actually it's a secondary channel. Just like receiving energy in any of the chakras is important, but they are secondary to the main receiving point in the body or in the energy body. So where is this main receiving center? You may know because I have talked about it before. It's just right now I am really getting the importance of it. And it's the feet chakras. Our main receiving center for energy is through our feet. Now, I did talk about the foot chakras quite recently in a podcast episode. It was in number 47, Grounding Your Business for Success. And I talked a lot about the business's connection through its feet chakras at the bottom of its aura, as well as ours. And it's worth having a listen to that one again, as well as the one the week after, which was a meditation. But I didn't focus so much on the feet chakras being our source of abundance. So when I'm talking about receiving, I'm talking about receiving abundance. Now, in receiving abundance, that means an abundance of whatever it is in your life that you want to receive more of. And as I have said over and over, the earth is the source of abundance. On this physical plane, the earth provides every single thing that you need to live your soul's mission. Whatever support you require to live your soul's mission, whether that is through your business or whether that is through your business and another pathway, whatever your soul mission is, however you're living it, however many different paths you're living it in, the earth is the support for that. She provides everything you need for your physical journey. Everything. No exceptions. And how do you tap into this? Through your feet chakras. So as I was walking on the beach the other day, I think it was the morning of the eclipse actually and the new moon, and I was feeling into this energy. I was feeling this shift happening within me. I'd finished writing my chapter last week, which ended talking about this, the chapter I talked about in last week's episode. And an affirmation came through for me related to this. I was thinking about my vision for the future, and it's becoming harder and harder for me to have a vision that's related to material things. Once I could envision the house that I wanted, or the car, or the material items. I'm finding it really difficult to do that now. I know this is a part of the shift and the purging that the planet is going through, but what dropped into my awareness as I was walking on the beach was what I really desire is simply the level of support, both energetically and materially, physically, that I require to complete my soul's mission. And so that's the affirmation that came through for me. It was simply, I receive everything I require to support me for my soul's mission, because that's all I need. I want to be able to do the work I came here to do. I want to be able to share the gifts I came here to share. I want to be true to my soul's path. And I simply need whatever will support me in that. I don't need excess. I don't have a craving for excess. I've never been someone that does. But I would love to be comfortable. I'd love to be supported in all ways so that I could really show up for that mission, so I can do whatever it is I came here to do. Well, I'm doing that. Continue to do what it is that I came here to do. Continue to evolve. Continue to see the new paths and step out onto those new paths, even though I have no idea where they're taking me, which is very much the place I'm in right now. But I suddenly got that as long as I keep those feet chakras open, as long as I keep them activated and connected and able to receive the full support of the earth, the full earth energy, I will be guided on my path. I will be supported on my path. We live in a culture, in a society that has disconnected us from our connection to everything we could possibly need. And I don't mean right now, 21st century. This has been going on for a very, very long time. This has come about when we disconnected from the Earth Mother, when we no longer followed her cycles, when a calendar was put in place that excluded the moon cycles, when the female or the feminine aspect was made wrong, when the feminine wisdom was ridiculed and discarded, when decisions were no longer based on intuition, when all that was yin and all I teach about right now in my business as the new paradigm of business, when all that was shunned and the yang way became the only way, and the yang way disconnected us from our source of abundance. At that point, we lost our sovereignty. We handed our control over to others to be responsible for our abundance. Not anymore. A part of the new pathway revealing itself for me is to activate the memory of your connection to the earth. Activate the memory that you are abundance purely through that connection. And with that, abundance will flow and will manifest in your physical world. So this isn't just about your business, although of course your business is an important part of it. This is about you. And as I was walking on that beach a couple of days ago and seeing this and feeling this, what I could feel moving through me, because I was doing a little activation on my feet chakras as I walked. And what I could feel moving through me was this amazing energy. It was a silvery energy that was coming up from the yin energy of the earth. And it was coming up through my feet chakras. And what I saw is really tuning in and allowing this flow of energy through me. It came right up. It came up to my heart. And then it flowed down my arms and out my hand chakras. And what came through so strongly for me is I, and you as well, are here on earth to serve. We serve through our hand chakras. Our heart energy flows out through our hand chakras. That is how we give to the world. But the true flow is coming up from the feet, up through us, tapping us into abundance, tapping us into everything that is available to us in this physical life, moving through us and then out our hands. Then we can truly be of service. And most of us have probably been doing this, but maybe at 10% of our capacity. And that's why there is lack in our lives. That's why you have these stories around, I block receiving. What else can I do? What money stories can I get rid of? La-di-da-di-da. Yes, they play a small part, but it's this disconnection from the earth that is the source of any blocks to receiving. So connect. Listen back to that episode on the feet chakras where I talk about what you can do. Bring intention to your connection. Intend that your chakras are open when you are walking, when you are dancing, when you are standing on the earth. Create an affirmation like my one. I receive everything I require to support me for my soul's mission. And imagine those chakras open wide and the energy flowing through you as you do this. There is a reason I've always used that visualization with the roots and the connecting with the earth energy before I do anything with my one-to-one clients or with my groups. But it's only now that I'm really beginning to understand that that's not just setting up the process that I then go into for the rest of the session or the meditation. This is actually 90% of the work that allows the process or the meditation. And with what has been coming through for me around this at a deeper level that I'm not quite yet ready to put into words and share with you, but of course I will share with you as soon as I can put it into words. But what I know is that there will be a different energy coming through my work in 2022. And this is why I'm so excited for the retreat on Wednesday, because now I've had this insight on, as we come through the other side of the eclipses here, I feel really excited to have this activated to the next level. And I'm going to give you just a little activation now for your feet chakras. But what this has made me do is really think about my group program, Biz Alchemy Playground, which I am changing a little bit for next year, in that we are going to have a different theme each month that will focus on bringing through the new business paradigm for the ladies in the group and their businesses. And so much of that will be about how to embrace more yin energy in your business. So we'll be taking all those very yang aspects of business and looking at how we can bring harmony through the yin aspect. So each month we're going to have a different theme around that. But my sense is what's coming through for me with this connecting in through the feet chakras to really open ourselves to receive all that's available to us in this physical life, is that this is going to bring a deeper component to each of those topics. I'm really excited to see how this unfolds. I'm mentioning this today also because this week is one of the only 4 weeks a year where I open the playground. The invitation period is open this week for the playground. And if you join this week, you will get the early bird price, which saves you $100. So this means that you will go on a journey with me over the next 12 months and with the most incredible tribe of women to really bring your business into a beautiful harmony between the yin and the yang, so that it feels effortless, so that it's flowing, so it feels abundant. You're honoring the cycles. It's just an ease-filled way to be in business, and a very, very joyful way to be in business. And you'll be going on this journey with the most amazing group of women. So if this is what your business and you would love to immerse yourself in for the next year, this is the week to join the playground, because in January, we'll be starting with the first of these 12 parts that'll go through the year. So now is the perfect time. You can set your business up in 2022 in this beautiful, harmonious yin-yang balance that is also deeply connected in with the abundance that is available to us and helping you access everything you require to support you on your soul's mission. So you can go to jacquelynatkins.com/playground and you'll find out more. You'll find out what is involved in the playground. The early bird price is $899 for the 12 months, or you can pay monthly for $99 a month, but you only have to make 11 payments with the early bird, so you save one payment. Now, the early bird is available until next Sunday the 12th, midnight, next Sunday the 12th of December. After that, it will return to the full price until I close the invitation period on Thursday, the 16th of December. There are currently 33 ladies in the playground, and I have a feeling we're going to go to 44. So 11 is my master number. So are you one of the 11? Because I really strongly sense that there are 11 ladies to join us for this journey in 2022. So you will get access to my extensive content. I've got a portal that's filled with videos, audios, meditations, light language activations. It's my playground. So I just put everything in there. And that's part of the reason next year I'm going to choose a theme for each month as well to help guide us through there, because there's so much in there. We have 3 calls a month. And one of those calls is a networking call. So you get a chance to promote your business, to talk about it, to share your journey. And they have been so successful this year. And they've led to a lot of beautiful sharing of gifts within the business, of finding new clients, and also just a deeper understanding of each other, of what we're doing in our businesses, of what our gifts are. And that has really deepened the bond in the group. So it's just a treasure trove. It really is. And there is so much support there. And you're on the journey with me. As I said, this energy coming through me now and the visions that I am getting around this connection to the earth, it's so powerful. And I feel like we are going to be exploring this together in the playground next year. We're going to be exploring this way to tap in deeply to the abundance of the earth and receive it in a way that has not been done on earth in a very, very, very long time. We are the way showers of the new abundance that is birthing on the earth plane as all of this old stuff gets released now from society, from our financial system, from our political system. And there's such a big purge going on. And part of what we'll be doing in the playground is bringing through this new way. So if that gets you just a little excited, go and check out jacquelynatkins.com/playground. I'll pop the link below. And let's finish with a lovely activation for your feet chakras. I suggest you just put a little bit of energy through your feet chakras by pushing down on the ground, tapping them with your fist, just tapping them on the ground, whatever you'd like to do to awaken them. You might like to put a crystal under the balls of your feet or 2 crystals and just push down on them, or even go outside if you can and just bring your phone or your computer or your iPad or whatever you're using with you. Okay, so once you've got those nice and activated, invite the earth energy to flow up into your feet chakras. And as that energy flows up, bring the energy of what I am saying up with it. Imagine this vibration of what I am speaking moves up into the feet chakras with the earth energy. And what this activation will do is to start shifting. It almost looks like that there's mud. There's this dark sludge that's between your feet chakras and the earth. And this is pretty much covered the earth, which has stopped many of us from connecting in with the earth. And with the purging happening on the planet now, this is purging. And so this little activation is going to help push through this sludge, like clear it, to bring your feet into full connection with the earth in the way they were intended to connect. So feel the earth energy coming up, moving this sludge, and let the sound of the language I speak come through, bringing your feet chakras into a higher frequency of vibration so that they more easily connect with the earth energy, so they can receive more strongly, they can tap in more to this source of abundance.
Kia na klesto do de la petiki, wakistonyo tata, wakistonyo te, hainia kolestonyo doya te lakstonyo te, hai questono te akiston, Nikoli di dokapetiti akiston, ayana kashtai te. Tu ete akasto. Tu ete akasto. Tu etio casto.
Feel those feet chakras open wide. The energy flowing in is silver. It's filling your feet chakras. It's creating a resonance in your feet chakras with the earth. Almost like it's making them receive or helping them receive a telepathic communication from the earth. It's almost like it's a magnet in your feet and a magnet down in the earth energy, and there's full connection and full flow happening there. You are not separate. You are connected to her and all that she is, all that she offers. This is the truth of your journey on the earth plane. Really focus on your connection with her this week. And I'll see you next week for the last of my podcast episodes for 2021. I may even see you in the retreat beforehand. Until then, have an alchemical week in your biz. Thanks for listening to Biz Alchemy. I'm Jacquelyn Atkins. If you'd love to know more about the energy of business, subscribe to my newsletter at jacquelynatkins.com/newsletter and join me on Insight Timer, where I have a large meditation library and do regular live classes. Until next time, enjoy creating alchemy in your biz.